You read that title correctly. I'll show you exactly how to get unlimited emails from YouTube, step by step, leaving absolutely no detail out. So you actually have an automation working at the end that will get you unlimited emails from YouTube. So let's immediately get started with the video. Alright, so here's the automation right here. So and I immediately want to show you how it actually works. So let's go ahead and execute the workflow so you can see that it will go ahead and it'll give us some emails with the channel name and the channel link, so we can actually go ahead and click on that. And if you want to do more research on it, so you can send better emails to it, then you can go ahead and do that. But this is where all of the information will be stored, and let's go ahead and execute the workflow. So you get the best results possible, you want to put in the name of the city as well as the profession afterwards to get the best results. All right, so I'll go ahead and put it right there. So that's Denise, New York, real estate agents, and let's go ahead and submit it. Then you'll see it goes ahead, it searches on YouTube, it extracts all the IDs, and then it fetches all of the channel details, and then it goes ahead and splits it out so each one can be stored separately. And when we go ahead and check inside of the Google Sheet, and then you'll see all of the information stored. And there you go. And as you can see, there you go. There's all of the companies right there with their channel URL, the channel name, and the email. Now, the only ones that you won't get are the ones where the email is not publicly for every single person to see. So I'm immediately going to show you how to actually build this automation. So let's get started with it immediately. Just so you know, I will have this whole automation linked down in the description so you can go ahead and download it for yourself. But without further ado, let's get started with this video. All right, so for the sake of the video, I'm going to remove everything right here. And then what I want you to have is a Google Sheet document with whatever you want it to be named. But it's important that you have the following columns. So the channel name, the channel URL, the channel link, and the email, so that we can associate it correctly. And what I want you to go ahead and set up next is the actual API key for YouTube. So basically what an API key is just a way of one platform communicating with another. So we need to go ahead and enable it. Let me show you how to actually do that. So the very first thing when you come into the Google Cloud, this is the link by the way, Google Cloud right here, you're going to create a new project, and right after you've created that new project, you're going to go ahead and search in APIs and services, and right after that you want to go ahead and you want to type in YouTube data, and then this is the API you want to enable. So YouTube data API v3, so you want to go ahead, you want to click it and then enable this. For me, I already have it enabled, so it doesn't show me I need to enable it, but you want to go ahead and you want to enable it. And right after you've gone ahead and enabled it, then I want to show you how to create the API key to get access to it, which we will be using later in this video for this specific HTTP request right here. So now what you want to go ahead and do and next is click on credentials, and then right after that, as you can see, I already have a key right there, but we're going to create another one. So you want to click right here and then type in API key, and then the API key right there, and then no API restrictions. So right here, that just means we haven't really picked any APIs we specifically want to work with, which you are going to do. So you want to click that right there, API data, the one you just enabled. Hopefully that should be the only one enabled for you, but you want to go ahead and click OK afterwards and do none of this. So create, and right after that you'll see that it gives you an API key. So this one is the one that we're going to use later on in the video, but I will tell you when to use it. All right, so right now you're not seeing this right now because I have it blurred out for safety reasons, but that's the one that you're going to go ahead and you're going to copy it and you want to save it somewhere so you can easily have access to it for the automation that we're about to build. All right, so now that we actually have gone ahead, we've created the automation, let me go ahead and let's start with it immediately. So the very first thing you want to go ahead and place down is you're going to click right there and then type in n8n, and the form you want to have a form that you need to fill out, so go ahead and click that over there. And then here for authentication, you don't really have to do anything, but you can, but simply just don't let anyone know this except for you. So you're the only person that's supposed to know this. And by the way, I'm going to go ahead and remove this afterwards so no one will be able to use mine at all. But the form title, go ahead and put in whatever form title you want to put there. All right, and then the form description right here. So the form description, now you want to just put whatever you want to put there. All right, and then the very first thing you want to do is click on form elements and then type in niche right here. So you specifically want to type in niche just like that. Then you want to make it a required field, so toggle that on after clicking on add attributions, and then that's all you really need to do right here. So you can come down to the options, also ignore bots, toggle that on, append n8n attribution, toggle that off, and that's all you really want to do. You don't really need anything else. So, and then rename the form, and then you want to click the HTTP request right there. Now you want to leave the method on get right here, and this one we'll be using to search on YouTube. So we'll use it to search on YouTube, and then the link right here that you want to put in the URL. Let me show you what it is. That right there is the link you want to put right there. So I'm just showing you everything right there. And then you want to go ahead, toggle on send query parameters. And these are the following parameters I want you to put in. By the way, what this basically means is querying means searching for something, and then it will return information to you. So what that basically means is what information are you looking for? Then you want to put you want to name it part, and then value should be a snippet. Add query parameter again. Put the type because you want to be checking for the channel, so you'll put down channel right there. Add query parameter once again, and the max results you can set that to whatever, but I believe there is a limit on how much you can call that API a day. I'm not sure what it is, but we're going to put that at 100. This is where you're going to go ahead and you're going to paste down the key right there that I told you to remember, the one that we created for the YouTube API. That's the key that you're going to paste in right there exactly. For the sake of right now, I'm now going to paste it there to keep everything safe on my side. And then the next query you want to put, you just simply want to type in a Q right there, and then have this right there. So with that, types of brackets, $JSON dot niche, and then close those ones. And remember, you don't want to leave this empty. You want to put in the API key that you left there. All right, so now you're done with that. You can go ahead and close it. And the very next node you want to go ahead and put down is a code node. And what this will be doing is getting the channel IDs. The channel IDs are just unique numbers used to identify each channel. So what you're going to go ahead is just grab each one of them. And this is what I want you to have inside of your code. This right here, that's literally everything you have to have. So if you have to go ahead and type that down, type it for yourself, but I'm going to continue. And remember, you can pause the video and type out everything. All right, so what you're going to go ahead and do again is you're going to leave the method on red again, and you're going to put the exact same link that you put in the previous HTTP request node. So that one right there, that's the one you're going to put right there. And this is going to search for the YouTube channel details. So there we go. And right to now, I want you to toggle on send query parameters. And now we're going to once again go ahead and put in the information we want to be returned to us. So the very first thing you want to go ahead and put down is the name, save type part right there. And then inside of the value, have these right here. So the value is a snippet and brand settings, and make sure that it's spelled exactly like this. Then add query parameter, and then put in the next one, which will be your key. Very next query you want to put there is the ID, and this is going to be the channel IDs. And for that, this is what you're going to put there. So the value, it's those brackets, and then the $JSON.channel IDs right there. So that's a capital I, and that right next to it is an L for channel, and then D, and then S. Make sure it's spelled exactly like that, but that's all you need in this one. All right, so right after you've gone ahead and done all of that, so we have all of the stuff that we need now. We have all of the details, we have everything. Now what we're going to be getting, we're going to get about a lot of information, so we want to split it out so it handles each one separately. You want to go ahead and you want to type out split out right here, and the one that you're going to split out is the items. So just type in items right there, and it's going to split out the items. So the very first node you want to put after the split out node, so you want to go ahead and type out code, and then code in JavaScript again. And then this one is going to extract all of the emails. So it's going to go ahead and look if that channel has any emails publicly available for us to store. So extract emails, and then run once for each item. You want to set it on that mode. And this right here is the exact code that you're going to put down. So I'm going to go through this very slowly so you can get every single one. And as you can see, as I'm going down there, that's how everything looks. Remember, you can go ahead and slow down the video to see everything correctly, but let's go ahead up again. And as you can see right there, every single thing is correct for you. So that's how this code needs to be set up. Now, right after that, what you need to do next now is check if there are any valid emails. So the ones that do not have emails, we're just going to separate them from the ones that do have emails. So go ahead and type in an if node. So if right here, and then the value you want to put in there is go ahead and do that strange bracket, a $sign JSON dot email. So that's going to check if the emails are not empty. So what you want to do there is click right here, and then that will open, and then here where it says string is not empty. So you want to make sure that we did get an email. All right, and a very important thing for you to know before I continue with this video, as I forgot, it's very important, the results will change depending on what niche you put down. So you're not going to get the exact same result as I'm getting in this video. The only way for you might possibly get it is if you put the exact same niche that I'm looking for, but each niche will have different types of results and the emails that you get from them. Then did we get an email? So if it's empty, that means we did not get an email and it will not continue. But if we did, then it'll go ahead and it'll go to store everything. So first, before we store everything, we want to remove any duplicates, any ones that might be the same, because we only need non-duplicates. So remove and then duplicates right here, and remove items repeated within current output. That's the one you want to pick there. And then the very last node that you want to go ahead and put down is the one where we are storing all of that information. So Google Sheets right here, and then append row in sheet, so storing the information. And then you want to go ahead and pick the document name. Mine is emails from YouTube, and then pick the sheet it's stored on, which I only have one sheet. Then we get the channel name right here. So let's go ahead and actually grab all of that. So you want to go ahead and put down $sign right there, JSON type channel name, just like that. And then you want to go ahead and copy that, paste it at the link, and then paste it at the email as well. Now what you want to go ahead and change now here is just name URL. It needs to be the same as that right there. And then here at the email, just go ahead and remove channel name and type in email instead, so it stores the information. And that right there is the whole automation. So let's go ahead and execute the workflow to see if it actually works. Remember, there's nothing in here, and let's go ahead and run it. So there we go. And the niche, we need to put down a niche. So New York, I hope that's how you spell real estate agent right there. And as you can see, it's running. It searched on YouTube, extracted all of the information. It's fetching the details. It's splitting them all out, and it's extracting the emails. Next, it checks if we got any emails, and now it's storing the ones where we did. And there we go. As you can see, Broadway Reality, there's their email right there. There's the channel link. There's the emails. And as you can see, there we go. It has been given to us. We found about 13 of them, and that's how many that got stored. So remember, the results will change depending on what niche you're looking for and in what place you're looking for it. So that's the reason we got only 13 right there. But basically, that's how you go ahead and you build out this whole automation and get it ready and set up. And I hope that you found this video useful. And don't forget, you can go ahead and download this whole automation in the link in the description. It's completely free to get the automation. You don't have to pay a single thing. Just go ahead and grab it and save yourself that time. And I hope you found that useful.